So, good evening. Welcome back again. And tonight I'm John. I've got me guest on from the Fans Forum USA version, and his name is Mike. And Mike, can you even see me?
I can hear it.
Can you hear us? Okay.
Yep, I hear you. There you go.
So it's a bit echoey though, isn't it? I'm gonna have to turn this thing down at this moment in time in a minute. So if I start echoing, yes, could you just please let us know, and then I'll do something about it. So. And yeah, it's got Matt Jonas tonight from all the way from America and excuse me, from Kentucky. And if you do like the videos, could you please stick a like and subscribe, and also leave a comment in the live section as well. Also, 8:30 tonight, hour and a half's time, UK time. There's the two of you, Paul, and he's got the fans room as well. That should be absolutely lit. So yeah, so Mike, again, even to you and Newcastle fan. If you just tell us everything about yourselves, why you support Newcastle, how come you support Newcastle, and yeah, just tell me all.
Like you said, my name's Mike, Kentucky here in the United States. You know, I started following Newcastle. Basically, the director of our club that I played for growing up is actually the player development director for Morecambe now. And his son said that you all that Newcastle had the best kits in the league, and that's where I started it. And that was probably years ago. And then I really started when Alan Pardew was manager, and we had some success. And really, in the last couple of years, since we've started to be able to get a lot more of the feeds here in the United States, see a lot more games. We don't just get to watch Manchester anymore. We get to watch everybody now, and it's a lot easier to follow. And it's been a heck of a ride the last couple of years, that's for sure.
Yeah, you're telling me, my guy. I mean, it's just been put under Kevin Keegan years, Bobby Robson, Rafa Benitez. But since then, unfortunately, we've just gone backwards on the Steve Bruce, which I'll come to later on. And yeah, what's the fan Newcastle fans in America? How big is it? I know it's not going to be as big as the Big Six, but how big are Newcastle fans in America?
I'm the only one I know. To be honest, where I'm from, I'm the only one I know. I've looked. There. We can find some supporters clubs. Not really. I'm in a pretty rural area. Not a whole lot of population. So I think in some of the bigger cities, there's probably some supporters clubs. I was at a restaurant, was it 2 years ago, and saw a group of Norwich supporters the day they beat Manchester City. So I know we're out there. I personally don't know any. The people I interact with are Arsenal or Liverpool and Man City fans. So they stick it to me a little bit, but it is what it is.
Nice. Wow. And no, all it is, I mean, Newcastle are supposed to be a worldwide club, but they're not as big now abroad nowadays. I mean, that's in my opinion. We need to win something first, and then hopefully that we can be a worldwide club and bigger in the world.
I was thinking about it yesterday. I was just thinking, I was like, man, how awesome would it be to be going to bed last night knowing that you're going to play other than just a league match. That's that's we get our 1 or 2 FA Cup matches, we get our 1 or 2 Carabao Cup matches every year, and we only get to watch our league matches. And it'd be awesome to be one of these, playing in some type of European football where we can watch during the week and support them. I've seen some of the older videos of Shearer scoring goals in those games, and it looks exciting.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's just for me. I mean, I want to be. I'm 52. I want to see us having good trophies. I want to see competitions and stuff like that. Carabao Cup, FA Cup. I mean, if someone asks us what do you want to win, I want to win the FA Cup. I mean, I love the FA Cup. That competition for me is absolutely lit, and it's the best knockout competitions in the world, right? But the bottom line is, I want to go to the final. I mean, the closest we've been to the FA Cup was back in 2005, where we played Man U at the Millennium Stadium. We got absolutely whooped by 4 goals to 1. and Clive has scored a goal. But since then, our record in the FA Cups is absolutely appalling. I mean, Mike Ashley doesn't take the Cups in seriously. Yeah, the board don't care. Steve Bruce doesn't seem to care, even though he comes out to us and says that we will have a go at the Cups, but he still plays a weekend team. I mean, is Steve Bruce fooling the fans here?
I don't get it. I think that, we already, like I said, we already play a fewer amount of games than most of these bigger clubs, and so why are we having to rest our players in these cups? These one chance of the year that we have to win the trophy. Really, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But we see our fitness anyways. We don't, a lot of times we're just playing what's available. It's frustrating.
Crazy,
it is frustrating when we get into these cup matches and we're not competing.
Yeah, I totally agree. So what we're going to talk about as well, we're going to talk about this season so far. I mean, if you look at the games we played this season, we played 6 games, haven't won a game yet. I mean, in your opinion, is Steve Bruce under pressure? Is he ever going to get the sack for Mike Ashley?
I think I said it in the Four Horsemen feed in the comments. I just don't see it happening. I don't see him. I went back to the Chowdhury, and they would not pay the loan fee for him. However, they're not going to pay Bruce to walk away and then pay somebody else to step in and manage the team if they're not even going to pay a small loan fee. So I just don't see him spending any money, especially if it's not on the field. Do I think he should go? I do. I think that anytime that you have a lead in the second half of 3 matches and you can't get 3 points out of any of them, there's a problem. And he waits till the equalizer comes in to make a sub. He's never proactive with his substitutions. He's not. He gets lost in the match. I think he goes in and he's got a plan, and then I think he gets lost out there.
Yeah, he's not reactive. He's not proactive, isn't he? He's so reactive. It's unbelievable. Like the Watford game on Saturday, and Cisco Munoz knew he was a goal behind, knew this team was in trouble. He did something about it, and they brought on 3 players on before they got the equalising goal. But we deserve to win that game because we played the best football I thought we'd seen in the first half. But we just didn't take any of our chances. That's the thing. And you think it's gone.
Yeah, no, I agree the same way. Like, it could have been 4-0, 4-1 at halftime, and then all the I think the players got a little bit lax. I think we started taking shots from the prayers, more prayers than shots, and giving up possession when we didn't have to, and then it bit us in the butt. It got us because we didn't capitalize on it, and then God, Jacob Murphy, oh God! But we should have had that game put away long before that.
Exactly. I was on the Forumsman show last night, and I think Baz made a point. He said that he signed a 6-year contract, and that's the sort of finishes you're going to get because he was 1-on-1. I mean, it was a shocking effort, by the way, for Jacob Murphy. I'm not going to lie. I mean, the fact is, he tried to lift the ball over 6'5" keeper Ben Foster, and he just messed it up. But after that, Watford could have won the game from Josh King with a flying header, and he only just missed it. Because I was doing the watch along that day. I had 96 people watching my streams. I had 2,600 hits on that day. For me, that is a record. That's a most I have people watched and viewed, and 97 aware. And for getting my 1,000, so I'm be chuffed for that sort of thing. But the style of football, there's 5 at the back. He plays 5 at the back all the time. We don't win games like that. I played a 4-3-3. I mean, BBC One in this country says 5-4-1. I looked at the team lined up. It's a 4-3-3. If it's a 4-3-3, I'll say big up to Steve Bruce, even though he's not my manager. But big up to him because he gave it a go, and you can see the players are so happy and give it a right go. But the problem is, we're just not winning games. We've got a tough one on Saturday against which I'll come to later on. But who's impressed you this season for Newcastle? It's only going to be one answer to that, really.
For me, I mean, ASM, obviously. ASM is the man. He's keeping the I think he's keeping the supporters, engaged. He's keeping everybody from turning. I also think in the last couple of matches that Manquillo has just been an absolute dynamite find that we've been asking for as a fan base for 2 years now to play more. He's finally been in the match, and I think he makes a big difference.
He does. I mean, ASM. I mean, he came in on playing the left-hand side midfield. Then Steve Bruce plays out of position. He plays just off the striker sort of thing. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things. And yeah, I mean, he seems happy wherever he plays. I mean, if I was a player and he told us I'm in the team, it doesn't matter what position I play as long as I'm in the team. But you look at the, like players like the fullbacks, wing-backs like Matt Ritchie and also Manquillo. They're not wing-backs. I mean, Matt Ritchie's a winger. Matt Ritchie's a winger. I mean, would you drop Matt Ritchie now? Would you play Jamal Lewis in place of Matt Ritchie and push Matt Ritchie further up?
I just think that Jamal Lewis is exposed back there. I think that he does not mark very well. He's very athletic. Mm-hmm. He's very green. I just don't think that at this. I don't think he's at this level right now. Matt Ritchie at least he does bring some intensity. He brings, but I get it. We paid some money for Jamal Lewis, and he's either going to have to be the guy or you're going to have to move on from him at some point. So I like giving him a shot. I just haven't seen anything yet that says he can do it.
Yeah, I mean, I do like Jamal Lewis. I mean, he's going to get around the games. And listen, if he gets around the games, I trust that he's going to be one hell of a left back, in my opinion. But I'm afraid Steve is not giving him a chance. And, I think he'd probably be away in January, and in my opinion, and get a loan move because I think the World Cup year is coming up next year. And he wants to be playing games. And if he doesn't get picked for the World Cup, if Northern Ireland makes it, then he's going to be thinking, why am I playing for this club? Because I'm not going to get in the team. I got some comments on, by the way, and I got some more questions for you. Evening, John, Mike, hope you both well. Yes, this is the real me, not the faker. Jason, I'm with you all the way, my guy. I mean, that's definitely Jason, by the way. Had a second look at Mike. It's a spitting image of a famous guy. I can't remember the name. That's Ashley for you. Then John did just say big up to Steve Bruce. Oh dear. No, see, I will say, right, everyone's watching me chat, right? Steve Bruce is not my manager, right? But he tried 4-3-3. I've always said if you change things up and you lose the game, right, but having a real goal, I can see progress. But until then, I still am out, by the way. But yeah, I did say big up if he did decide to play 4-3-3. But listen, I don't like him. He's not my manager. But there you go. So I still want to see Bruce out. And Matthew Smith, good evening to Matty, even lads. It's definitely 4-5-1. It looks like a 3-man midfield if that is the case. As ASM was still very isolated up front, but anything's better than 5 at the back, well said Matthew. And Matthew again, as much as I love Matt, Jamal needs more game time. Yes, he made mistakes, but he's young and needs game time to learn. I absolutely agree with you, Matt. Yeah. Totally agree. And I've got Jason Gay, Sal Fagano from Practical
Guys. Oh, no. Oh, that hurts. That hurts.
Oh, bless you. Listen, I mean, if you got any questions, my guy Mike, and please fire them away, and you'd be quite happy to answer those questions for us as well. So let's get it going. So I was going to say, if you look at the stats and Steve Bruce's stats, yeah, and I've checked out quite a few times. I spoke to Ronan Banji on Sunday in one of the Telegraph journalists, and he sounds a great guy. And he said, and I'll go along with it as well, he played 83 matches. He had 23 wins out of 83, yeah, and 7 wins from 36 since December, 3 clean sheets since February. Then there's the 3 clean sheets, the teams that got relegated, right? And it's the worst start in 87 year, 1934. So that's a long time. 87 year. I mean, this guy's breaking records all the time, this guy. I'm telling you now.
Not good ones.
He should, any other club, he'd be sacked.
Yes. Yeah. It's but how long, we're just gonna sit here and talk about it over and over and over. There's every game there's a new stat that comes out that says he needs to be fired, he needs to be sacked, but it's never gonna. It's not. I was reading up today, just trying to find some just to see, and they're talking about, what was it, just a month or so ago, that they were talking about a 3-year extension. And I read an article about a 3-year extension. Like, please stop, please stop.
Wow, it's just unbelievable techcast, isn't it? It really, really is. The club is an absolute joke. I mean, I heard Chris Sutton today come out and said that Spurs have appointed the wrong manager in Nuno, yet this guy thinks Steve has done a wonderful job and deserves to be kept on. So what's that all about? I don't know. So that means it says everything that you need to know about Steve Bruce, right? That Steve Bruce is a pundit's favourite, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe because he's British, maybe because they want to wind a Newcastle fans up, right? But I tell you what, if he signs that 3-year deal, let's be real, most fans will be done. I'm telling you, absolutely done.
Mm-hmm.
But had he been an NFL and say he managed Miami Dolphins or Denver Broncos, right, and he didn't do a good job, he'd be have his flipping here.
Yeah, our coaches don't last very long in the NFL. But you know what? Look at some of the bigger clubs too in the Premier League. They don't last long there. And we are a big club, and we've got to put up with this. And he's not. It's not even like he's he talks down to the supporters. We're not as righteous as he is, but it seems like we don't know. How are we going to know as much as Steve Bruce? That's the way he comes off, and it's infuriating that he's allowed to do it, to be honest.
Yeah, it is awful. It's absolutely a joke, our club at the moment, and it's just going to get worse and worse. That's it, Jason. I could think it was, and then I've got how long you been in, Paul? Do you hear John Sear big up Steve Bruce? Well, like I said, listen, I say it again, he's not my manager, right? But if you change the 4-3-3, right, then and here's how it go, and we play good football, fine. But like I said, sort of thing, he's not my manager. Maybe I was being a bit sarky, but still. Then Matthews Bruce haven't won 3 games in a row since Sunderland in 2009. Madness. He hasn't won a game 3 games straight since 2009. Shocking.
We had such an easy, what appeared to be an easy run of games to start the season this year as well, and even the next 6 matches, we should be in 4 or 5 of them at least. And I just don't. If we haven't been able to pull out what we've done so far, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, very tough. And then these pundits think that Steve Bruce is the most wonderful manager in the world football. And let's be real about it, right? I'm not being funny, but I don't know what to say. But there's job vacancies in the summer: Celtic, Wolves, Everton, Spurs, Palace, and not one of them, not one, came in for Steve Bruce. So he can't be that wonderful, can he?
He's much more valuable to them managing us than he is managing them.
I know. I don't think any American, any Major League Soccer is going to touch him with a barge pole anyway. Let's be real about it.
The MLS team that I support just sacked Yap Stam yesterday, and I wouldn't take Steve Bruce over Yap Stam over here.
So you wouldn't take Steve Bruce?
I wouldn't take Steve Bruce, not in a minute. No.
Oh man, unbelievable. There you go. So pundits, talk sport, beware. No one do not want Steve Bruce. It's as simple as that. Got some more comments. I got Judy in the house. Well, Judy is one of the top lasses in the chat, and I'll tell you what, she is absolutely amazing. Question for you: how did you get into soccer, as American sports tend to be a lot more high scoring?
Well, I started playing at a young age, and I played baseball as well. So when you start talking about the American sports that are high scoring, baseball is a little bit higher scoring than soccer, but I like the competitiveness. I like the run. I like the one-on-one plus the team aspect of the game. and I stuck with it. And a lot of people over here will start off with soccer as a young age, then they transfer over to football, American football, and I didn't want to have to learn the playbook. So, I mean, I'm bigger. I'm 6'3", so they wanted me to play football, but I stuck with soccer and played all the way up through high school, and ended up going to college and playing baseball, but not that was it. That was my background getting into it.
Sure. I mean, nice one to you there. Just got range of sports, got college football, American football, basketball, everything. It's such a big state, nation, and country in America. I've been there twice. I've been to Florida, and I've been to Orlando for 2 weeks. I've been in Miami for 10 days. I absolutely love the place. South Miami Beach, absolutely stunning. Even the nightclubs open at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I thought, wow, there you go.
It's expensive though, Miami. Miami's expensive.
It is. It's expensive. I mean, you go to one of these bars, right? They said all the drinks are half price. Yeah. But the problem is, it's already doubled anyway. And then you drop, and then you just
pay $30 just to walk in the door. Yes.
Yeah. Oh man, I tell you the best drink I have. I say it's like I tried this cherry and lemonade sort of thing there once. Like, oh my god, it's absolute salute. And I tell you what, it is.
They make those. That's what my wife drinks. They drink the cherry limeade. That's she's got them downstairs in the seltzer waters. And that's what that's her favorite.
Oh yeah, beautiful. And it's just, it's just lovely drinks in America. I tell you, I'd love to go back there again for a few weeks. So, yeah, see what happens in a few. Yeah. John, can you change your green screen to football later, please? Love Joe Linton. Kev, shut up, man. Don't mention Joe Linton because he ain't good enough for Newcastle. Ashley, what do you think of Joe Linton anyway?
What do I have a little bit different take on Joe Linton. I think that Joe Linton at some times can be capable of being in our starting 11. I think he's a $40 million guy? Absolutely not. But do I think that he can contribute? And we're stuck with him, right? We bought him. We bought him. So I think, I didn't think he played very bad the other night. I think he's not bad as a facilitator. I think he can hold the ball. Mm-hmm. For some reason, as big of a guy he is, he's not good in the air, and he can't finish. He gets himself in great positions, and we get him the ball there, and he can't finish. But I do think that he helps build up some attack. He just doesn't have the finishing capabilities, and it's frustrating because he gets there so often when he's on the field, and he works hard. He's a hard worker, so he's a frustrating one, that's for sure.
Yeah, man. It is. I mean, listen, I've tried to defend this guy, and some games. I mean, if he plays
sometimes there's nothing you can do. Sometimes he's awful. He's not even there. It's like he doesn't. It's not that he doesn't play bad. You just might as well be playing a man down because he's just not even involved. But when he wants to put in a shift, he gets out there and he does it. He works hard and he gets in good position. He just doesn't finish.
That's the problem. You can't even finish it. Can't even finish his dinner. That's the problem, mate. He cannot finish his dinner. But at the end of the day, all right. I mean, when he plays well, I praise him. When he doesn't play well, I have to cuss him. It's as simple as that. Yes. Whether people like it or not. And you get people on Twitter saying that you're not allowed to have a go at Joe Linton. Yeah, I say I would like it to this guy. Simple as that. And not your manager, but big up Boosie boy.
We're gonna hear about that one. You're gonna hear about that one. Hey, how sad is it that the most thing that
not my guy.
How sad is it that we get excited about a formation change? Hey, how Bruce, the best thing Bruce has done in the 22 months is he changed formation against Watford. Like that's the most notable thing he's done.
That's the sensiblest thing he's done, but it's too late. I never listen, Mike. I wanted him out before he even came in. Yeah, and when he was appointed as manager, right, my heart flew and sank. Do you know what I mean? I think to myself, excuse me, this guy's going to get us relegated. I'm telling you. And people are saying, he's got us 13th. He got us 12th. And people say that he's done a wonderful, wonderful job. And all this pundits, right? I'm going to come to the pundit side later on as well. I'm going to come to that in a minute. So I'm going to read this comment that's flying through the roof here. Got any questions tonight? Please ask the question and he'd be quite happy to answer them. Excuse me. Matthew, if the fat bacon cabbage isn't gone by December, I think it will repeat of the McCarron season. Yeah, I totally agree. Get shot of it after Wolves. We have an international break, so we can bring in a replacement and then they can get some training tactics going ready for when we return to action against Tottenham. And they're on trouble at the moment in time, which I'll comment to. And Judy, welcome to the cut, Judy. Or always two loads to this, John. Judy, I have to agree with Paul. Someone has to. And then my guy back in the cut. Don't forget the greatest sports in the world, John, ice hockey. Do you like ice hockey at all?
I follow everything. I just like sport. I like the competition. So yes, I've watched a bit of hockey. Actually, my chiropractor yesterday just tried to get me to get my 5-year-old to start playing. He's Canadian, so that we leave that to the north of the border for the most part. It's there's not a lot of places to play ice hockey, not in Kentucky.
Yeah. I mean, it's such a massive source. Is it Stanley Cup? It's Stanley Cup. What's the
Stanley Cup is hockey.
It's a Stanley Cup, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just had to get it right.
If you get a chance to go, that's one I would. I had almost went down with Nashville played a couple years ago in the playoffs, and it was it's a party. It's a party. So
yes, I love the fighting as well. We'd go pow, 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 pow. All the fisticuffs
the fighting.
Oh my god!
A lot of times you'll see like a lot of times if there's an NFL team and there's an hockey team in the same city, a lot of the bigger NFL players will go and they'll put them up on the screen and they'll have a big chug off, chugging their beers and get the crowd going nuts, and it's a fun atmosphere. But it's I'm not much of a fighter. I'm not much of a big hit guy. I don't think I could do hockey.
Fair enough. Each their own these days. Each their own. I mean, I don't watch a lot of ice hockey to be quite honest with you, but hey, there you go. I got Jill and Junior in the house again, and Silly Goose. I went to America once. I saw the Cincinnati Reds baseball. Didn't know a thing about the rules, but the fat guys came down the aisle selling candy floss was epic.
That's actually my outside of I grew up in Cincinnati, so that my company that I work for has season tickets to the Reds game, and we get to go. I get to go very often. I like the Reds. Love the Reds.
Yeah. Nice one. I got Jason again. Correction, Mike. The best thing Bruce's done was go on holiday to Portugal. The worst thing when he came back, he should have stayed in Portugal and stayed there forever.
Now, am I wrong? Aren't you guys shouldn't he have had the quarantine? Shouldn't he have had the quarantine when he got back?
I don't think it's a quarantine sort of thing. So I think I think it's in the safe area sort of thing. No, it's not the red light, not listed on the red list sort of thing. So
okay.
He's pretty safe there. I could be wrong, but
yeah, I know a friend of ours. She's from Sheffield, and her daughter plays with my daughter on our club team growing up. Her mom just came over, and she had to go to Mexico for 2 weeks before she was able to come here because there's no direct travel from England to here right now. It's crazy.
Sure. Crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. But too many rules all the time, isn't there? I'm off to Italy in November, and let's hope that's
not the same for everybody.
Unless it was this COVID test as well, sort of thing there. But it's such a rip-off. But still, more comments before we go to talk about the topic. John, how many caps do you own? I haven't got that many to be honest with you. Yes, you know what I mean? So not much, but I'm going to get some more caps very, very soon. I never ever used to fight on the ice hockey. Paul, you'd be sent off, mate, if you do fight. Listen, the guy is 6'5". He's a great bro. I think he's a lovely lad, great lad. He's an absolute legend in the streams there. So big up to Paul. Check him out 8:30, and he's on the fans forum 8:30, and he's got plenty of guests on there. Top guy, Mike, you're invited as well, just as I'll sure you get you on as well.
Mm-hmm.
And 20 caps to Italy. Oh, wow. Wow. And then the Mike's in the wrong place. And he said, that's better. And I got Julian the cut again. Cincinnati was awesome. They have chocolate chilies.
We did that. Chocolate chili. They put chocolate in the chili. It's and then they put it on their spaghetti.
Yeah.
So it's we take a lot of crap for that one, but it's good.
Exactly. Oh,
Hey, it's better than who was the guy that had the beaver tails on the other day? Was that on Paul's channel? The Canadian that had the beaver tails.
Yeah. Right.
It's better than that.
Amazing guy. He's amazing. He's my boy. Definitely my boy. And he's a top guy. I'm telling you, sort of thing. You know, he speaks a lot of sense. I mean, is he the most insane lad in the world? Probably not, but he's very, very knowledgeable. Very knowledgeable. Mm-hmm. And disappointing to see you missed two of my comments, John. Well, the first one, I'm sorry, I've got the first one's about hello ladies, right? Which I will not repeat on my chat. There you go. That's one of them. And I think the question said as well, how many caps I won? And I said, not very many. So I'm going to get some more. And he said, that's better. Then, and he also said that my maximum rampage is meant to be in front of you, bro. So there you go, my guy. I haven't ignored you. And he's a top guy. If you can check out his channel as well, Kev's Toon Chat as well. Check his channel out as well. It's absolutely fantastic. And he has plenty of guests on as well. And it's chilling. Absolutely fresh. And I do apologize there. Kev, Mountain 6'5" and scared of moths. Oh, man. Don't upset him, man. Do not upset him. So, right, I'm going to talk about the cat case for the takeover tomorrow, right? It's been pretty much talked about. 10:30 is going to be streamed live. Obviously, I won't be here because I'll be at work. So I'll keep an eye on it as well. So, Mike, what's your take on the cat case and what's going to happen?
I'm not super familiar with the with as far as the how everything works over there with this. It sounds like it should go in our favor. It sounds like am I wrong that this just allows the case to go on? That's what we're basically trying to make a case that's to be heard. Is that right?
Basically, what it is, if I could be wrong on this, but I'll do my best. It's basically the Premier League want the cat case to be thrown out, right? So basically, they do not want to take over the Hartman, but the arbitration is going to be next year. But if the cat case does go ahead, for me, it's a step in the right direction, and I think the Premier League should appeal against it as well. That's what I'm getting at, sort of thing. But if it goes Newcastle's way, it's one step further from getting the takeover for arbitration. And if that happens, the Premier League's going to appeal against it. And if they lose that appeal, I don't think it's going to go to arbitration. I think it's going to be out of court settlement because the Premier League do not want to get embarrassed if they lose the arbitration. So my guess is that it's all about the separation, right, for the Saudis onto piracy. And if it's separated, right, then that should be enough to get the takeover. Because Man Steve is no player. They got no involvement with piracy whatsoever. The Premier League is being controlled by the top 6 clubs, right? The top 6 clubs is telling, the Premier League do not pass this takeover. They do not want another, say, Leicester City. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So the Premier League's being RC, right? They're messing the Saudis about. They bought other companies as well, like Formula Ones and Disney World and whatever sort of thing. Yet they're not allowed to have a football team. Why? It is a joke. It's disgrace. And I hope that gets brought up tomorrow. So I hope we get the takeover, right, soon, right? And I hope the cat case does go through. I mean,
it seemed like too when they first made their ruling or their non-ruling, their statement on it, it was simply, we need the Saudis to show us documentation on not being involved with the piracy. And once they came out and they condemned it, it seems like the country as a whole took action against piracy. It seems like that, like you're saying, that should have been enough. But they haven't. The Premier League hasn't even made a statement on it since then, and that I'm aware of any substance. And it's like we're sitting in purgatory. We're in takeover purgatory, and I fear another year of that. If it does go in our favor, we have another year of that. If it doesn't, we need to start calling all the billionaires and say, buy us, please. Somebody come buy us.
Exactly. Totally agree.
Somebody.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. I mean, this has gone on for 18 months, 19 months, way too long. This should have got bought last year, in my opinion. But the Premier League have been arsey about it, right? But I've got a comment from Surrender, the United fan. If the cat kiss goes in our favour, Premier League's reputation will be screwed badly. But we all know this judgment will get postponed as well as keep on dragging. Now, if I was to judge, I would say the Premier League, look, you had enough time to sort things out. Let's set the ball rolling, yeah? You either do it now, all right? Or set the Premier League. Except the Premier League, set the takeover. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's a joke. You know what I mean? I'm just getting so fed up. Now, we as Newcastle fans, so fed up, right? And the Saudis are getting really peed off about this whole thing. What I think the Premier League's trying to do, they're trying to submit the Saudis in submission to make them walk away. They're not going to walk away. It's gone too deep for them to walk away now. Do you know what I mean? They put time and money into it, right? And my opinion, if this doesn't go in our favour, I think our club would be absolutely screwed, because the bottom line is, we're just going to get relegated. We're going to end up like a Sunderland.
I just look at the situation and I see, they allowed a small club, a once smaller club like Manchester City, to be purchased by a similar group, and they grow, but they still can't fill the seats. They can't fill their stands. They got a coach begging for people to come watch what's arguably the best team in the world. And then you have a club with supporters like Newcastle that fills the stands, that would do the Premier League wonders as to have involved in the top, in European soccer, and they turn it away. I don't understand where it helped the Premier League at all when they wouldn't let it go through.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? It's just disgrace. It's absolutely disgrace. And I've got Malcolm as well. It's all about delaying the process so much that the Saudis lose interest. I tell you what, they will not let the Premier League have their way. They're going all the way on this, the Saudis. Trust me when I say that they're going all that way. And your Johnson Servant, how you doing, man? I'm sorry. I thought there's another guy who comes to me chats, voice of red, but this Servant, he's from India, right? And I do apologize in sort of your intelligence. I did a fan from Indian version, right? And this guy came on my chat. He was absolutely magnificent, yeah. Guys, if you don't know who he is, check out the streams I've done over a week ago and watch us. And it was absolutely fantastic. And so in that, could you please watch along as well, mate? When I do it, right? I had 2,600 hits and I had close to 100 watching me live stream on Saturday for watch along. So big up to you, and so far. I've got to get you back on my channel again very, very soon. And I do apologize that you read, but you're right. I mean, we need to, in your opinion, do you think you're going to get a takeover? Do you think you're going to win it in the end of the day?
I think ask me tomorrow. I think if it's in our favor tomorrow, then I think you're right. I think that they don't want everything thrown out in public, and they don't want everybody to see. And I think that they say, they'll use some excuse where we were given documentation, or we were given this or that in the cat case, and that's enough to push the takeover through. I think that's how it goes. I think that I just don't. Nothing seems to go our way ever, right? So I don't have a lot of expectations for tomorrow. It's at 10:30 there, so when I wake up, it'll be close to being over, and I might have an answer when I wake up. Oh,
wow. Well, we let you know on that one, sort of thing. I was just thinking on the on the betting the next Newcastle United manager sort of thing. Should Steve Bruce get the sack? Do please keep this comments coming through, and please smash the likes up as well, and also subscribe if you have not done so. So yeah, look at the Newcastle United next manager, Reece. I mean, I look at the list of, Gattuso, right? It's been linked to Newcastle United, former AC Milan and Napoli manager and Milan legend as well. And if you look at the odds, right, it's Graham Jones, 2-1 favourite, Eddie Howe, 72, Chris Wilder, 5-1, Mark Hughes and Frank Lampard, 16-1, Tony Pulis, 20-1, no thank you, Roberto Martinez, 20-1, he'll not leave Belgium, Steven Gerrard, 20-1, he will not leave Rangers, he'll go to Liverpool if he does leave, Neil Lennon, 28-1, and 2 Henry, 40-1. And the rest of them, you can just forget it, by the way. But could you imagine, right, if someone like Tony Pulis become our next manager, Tony Pulis or Mark Hughes? Could you imagine that?
I mean, those names sound great. I just go to the takeover and say if the takeover comes when it happened, when we got declined or whatever, we could have Poach, we could have had Tuchel, we could have had one of those guys that have said that they considered us, that this is we're a spot that we would have wanted to, they would have wanted to be, and but you know, I think it's Graham Jones, and if Ashley still owns the team, it's Graham Jones. In my opinion, I don't think there's any way. He's already on payroll. He doesn't have to pay any. Probably tells him he's interim and it's a tryout, and he doesn't even pay him any more than he's paying him now.
That's the thing. That's the thing, man. It's a joke. It's a disgrace. The weirdest football club's being run. It's an absolute joke.
The factors that go into decision making are terrible. Or it's it feels a lot like American sports where everything's run as a business. That's the one thing that I love about most of the teams in the Premier League is that it's most of the teams run to keep the fans happy. They keep the supporters happy. They keep the vibe around the club good. They keep the morale in the city good and everything. It's not just about making billionaires more money. It's about keeping the population in the cities happy, and that's not how it's run up there, and it's sad.
Very, very sad. And I'll tell you what as well, and it's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. You just don't know what Matt Cash is going to do if he keeps being all at the club. I mean, what's he going to do? Is he going to make a loss? Because he needs to make a loss sometimes, sort of thing. If you get relegated, you're not getting 300 million. The club ain't worth 300 million anyway. Let's be real about it, because he's just trying to be greedy. But if he gets the money, big up to him, right? Gets his 300 million, then let's let's move forward and new owners. Do you know what I mean? I got a comment from Jason that goes like this. Okay, let's begin the cat case. We propose a deal here. I would just tell her, no. Recondition when it happens, and the cat case over in 5 minutes. So I'll be probably wasting me time. And Jason is copying my fears, right? If you lose on my watch along, he goes, if you're in Australia or Greece, stay in bed.
Oh,
don't go for that.
we don't trust this, do we? We don't trust what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't think. I think we've got a lot of forced optimism, but in our heads we kind of know how it's going to work, right?
Yeah. I mean, again, people saying that this could be the most important time being a Newcastle fan. They cannot delay this again. They've done it once, right? They had a whole month to get themselves sorted out, maybe a bit longer. So they've got no excuses to put it back again and again and again. Otherwise, if I was to Saudi, I would just, you know what? Is it really worth waiting for it, man? Do you know what I mean? Apparently, the same company are after Inter Milan,
who, by the way, just drew 0-0 as Shakhtar Donetsk.
They just drew
0-0. I mean,
wow.
But
the thing is, though, Inter,
I don't want to hear them linked to anybody else. I don't want to hear them. I just want them to link to us. They can still, I'll tell you, it's fun. It's fun to follow the Newcastle, the supporters on Twitter and on Instagram, and to see y'all are crazy following flight patterns and stuff like that. People are telling who's flying into the airport and everything, and just everything that's been associated with this takeover it's a different level of fanatics. I love it.
Crazy, absolutely crazy, man. I mean, you don't know what's going to happen.
No.
I know exactly what you mean. I got Judy again. Generally, I pray the deal goes through between COVID, Brexit, Biden, and the fact business keep going on that Newcastle being in the Prem is worth tens of millions of local each year to the community. Yes. And Jude and added as well, lawyers love delays, continuances. The legal system is designed to rinse as much money from the clients as possible. You know what it is, Judy, right? Let's put it this way. I think, in my opinion, right, the Saudis will keep waiting, right? I think it's gone way too deep for them to walk away, right? But if they did, I can totally understand why. It's the Premier League want them to walk away. They're trying to submit them to put a submission on them, right? Submission hold, right? So you can just tap out, walk away, and the Premier League will win the day. Yeah, we don't want it to happen. The Premier League is corrupt, right? The Premier League is a joke. It's a corrupt league, and in my opinion, it's not the best league in the world, right? Serie A is. I like to go what anyone say, right? And it's a money league. It's the money league. The Premier League is a top 6 team. It's the money league. It's good. It's opinion at the end of the day. I mean, so if I upset you, mate, but it's just it's a big 6 league, and that is all it is. There's 14 other clubs doesn't exist, as far as I know. Malcolm, if the decision tomorrow goes against the Premier League, they can appeal if the judge agrees, meaning a potential deal of a year. Do you know what? I think should go ahead now. No appeals, this and that until that happens. You know what I mean? We had enough of this. This should have got sorted out over a year ago for this. Why is it taking so long, Mike? Why?
There's a lot of the Premier League's got power. They've got power, so they can delay it, and that's just all there. I mean, to me, that's all there is to it. It's like you're saying. Let's try to delay it until they back down. But what they don't realize is they're dealing with millionaires and billionaires. They're not dealing with. It's not like it's just a regular citizen of the this is big groups, big monies that can stand up against them.
Well,
it's frustrating.
It's frustrating.
There's not like, hey, how much more can you say about it? They've done what they can. They've used all their power. I think tomorrow. I think the case happens tomorrow. I don't think there's a delay. I think the courts are tired. Or the courts got to be tired of dealing with it, right?
I agree.
And if there's anybody with a bigger ego than the owners of the teams in the Premier League, it's the courts. So they're tired of it.
Incredible, isn't it? Absolutely incredible. It's just getting a farce now. I mean, we as fans have had we're the ones to suffer as well, by the way. Do you know what I mean? We're suffering from it as well. It is disgraceful. I don't know if you saw a tweet today, right? Some from a guy called Barat, right? Only out, yeah. He's putting down the best 20 managers, right? I'm gonna get it up now.
He had Bruce as 9.
Yeah.
He had Arteta like 6 or 7. I said, "Come on." I thought maybe he just took a. I thought maybe he took them all and put them in a hat and shook them up, and that guy. That was terrible.
Shocking. He's terrible. He's above Brendan Rodgers, Frank Lampard, Dean Smith, David Moyes, Bruno Lage.
You had Sam Dyche at 20.
And he can't even spell Dyche right.
The guy's done a lot with very little. Like the guy, I like Dyche. I think he'd be a fun guy to play for. I think, and that was funny. I thought he had to do that as a joke. Had to be a joke.
I know. I think it's an absolute wow. I don't know.
He also had
the end of the day, but big up. Well, I'm not even going to say big up to him. Like, do you know what I mean? But absolutely joke that is, man. I think he must have been drunk. I think he's one of these pundits as well.
Drunk. He also had the hashtag Ollie out, But then he had Ole at 4. He had Ole as number 4. And I was like, well, if you got the fourth best manager, you can't want him out, right? You can't want him out.
Listen, if I was a United fan, I'll tell you what, Ole stays, no doubt about it. And I'll tell you why, because he's doing a good job. And not obviously he's doing well. I mean, who's going to take his place? I can't think of anyone's going to take his place at United. Not now. Antonio Conte, you got to be joking. He's not coming to United. No way. He's on sabbatical first start, right? He was out of the game. And if he's going to come back, it has to be for a major, major club. We'll see what happens. It good to see Antonio back, sort of thing. You know what I mean? I got Judy in the house again. Mike, what's your reaction to the tweet about the Premier League not wanting another Leicester?
I don't think it's the from my opinion. I don't see how Leicester hurts the Premier League. I think, like you say, I think it hurts the Big Six. They're the so-called Big Six, but I mean, Arsenal and Tottenham not being any good hurts them worse than Leicester being good. I think that the more competition there is, the better off the Premier League is. Personally, now how much effect and how much money does City and Manchester United and Liverpool and Chelsea, how much do they bring into the Premier League that gives them weight to help force it to? I don't know. I don't know how that works. I just know that competition is never bad for a league. So the more competition you have, the more. I mean, how much you I mean, I'll ask you, John. How much would it help the city to have an influx of 300 million, the millions that they would dump into this, the revamping of the stadium that I've never been to, but it sounds like it's been let run around, and the shops and everything that are around the stadium, and just everything to do with that's the club. The team is not the club. The club is the supporters and everything around the stadium, right? Now, how much does it help England as a whole for have this influx of money? Somebody invest in the city.
It'd be huge, Mike. Absolutely huge. I mean, Newcastle is right smack in the city, right? It's actually smack in the city. It's got like all the shops around it as well, and close enough. You haven't got to walk far away to shopping malls and whatever sort of thing. It's a perfect place to have your stadium there, sort of thing. It's brilliant, and it's on top of the cathedral as well, which is special at a football club. Do you know what I mean? And also, if you do get a takeover, money's going to be spent on the training facilities. It's going to be spent on improving the city as well. Look at what Man City done, right? The Abu Dhabi people. Look at what done to Man. They could do the same with Newcastle United. Do you know what I mean? But the Premier League are being arseholes, right? They do not want us to take over. Do you know what I mean? We want what's best for our football club, yeah? Ashley wants to sell the club. The Saudis wants to buy the club. Let them deal with it, man. Let them get on with it. They're stopping them buying the house.
It can't do you any good as a league to have an owner, a proprietor in your business that doesn't want to be there. It can't.
Exactly. Absolutely. He just chucked his keys away. He shuts his keys in the post, right? He just won't now do the football club anymore. He hasn't turned up this season. He hasn't turned for a long, long time. As far as he's concerned, he's done with the football club. He is done. Yeah. If he's that desperate to get rid of the club, right? Sell it for a bit less. Yeah. Sell it for a bit less.
What's $100 million to Mike Ashley? Nothing.
No, it's not. He's just being greedy. He just wants more money.
When you look at like what it would do for the city and even for the country as a whole, I mean, we go back, LeBron James and Clinton, when he was with the Cavaliers, when he left the first time, they said it had $1 billion impact on the city. Just that one player. So think about a new owner that can bring in a whole team full of new talent that can buy, that we can be in the running. Heck, maybe Erling Haaland, right? Maybe pie in the sky, right? Crazy. But you come in and they make that splash. First signing, Erling. Think about that. I mean, it's a dream. It's a pipe dream, but whatever. That's the difference in what this could be. I mean, think about bringing somebody like that to the Premier League. How much money does that bring them? It doesn't make sense for them not to want this to happen.
Yeah. I just think that just hand of it a London club or a top 6 club they would have passed it through straight away. But not little Newcastle United, right? They just turn the nose up, thinking we're a small club to them, right? Did you not want another, say, Chelsea at the Northeast? Did you not want another Milan and players like that sort of thing? You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. And we as fans are suffering. All we want is the best for our football club. That's all we're asking for. We're not asking for too much, but we just want hope, yeah? They must know how poor Mike Ashley is as an owner. They must know that he doesn't want to be at Newcastle anymore. They must know also as well that the club needs to be back up to the glory days, right? And the Premier League are denying this. Do you know what I mean? I hope that we just get in their faces, right? Take them to Undercat tomorrow. We win that, right? If they keep delaying, right? They're gonna say, right, you know what? You got 2 weeks to sort yourself out. Otherwise, it's going ahead. Yeah. Simple as that. Do not let the Premier League, right, bully you into getting their way. Because at the end of the day, right, you've got a court case going on. You've got to get it live. Until then, right, they're going to start bullying, walk over all the time. We do not want that to happen, Mike.
I just cross my fingers that happens before the winter break, before the winter transfer window, and so we can maybe spend a little money and work our way up the table. Because if it doesn't happen soon, it's like I said, we've had our easy run of games already. We've got to play. We still got to play the big teams.
Yeah, man, you're right.
Twice. Yeah.
Okay. Right, we're going to talk about Saturday's game against Wolves. Right, we're going to the Molineux. Well, 6 games out of win. Right, and it's going to be tough at Molineux, right? We seem to be drawing a lot against Wolves. I mean, last season we drew 1-6 over there. We beat them 1-0 under Rafa Benitez in the Championship, yeah. And how do you think we'll do? And do you think you'll play a 4-3-3 again?
I think he plays whatever formation he thought he was playing against Watford. One reason is that's what he does, right? If he makes a change, whether it be a personnel change or whatever, and it works for one game, he sticks with it for no matter who he's playing next. He sticks with it. He doesn't, it was good before, it'll work again. I think we have to win. We have to win this game. We have to have. I know it's on the road, but it's against a side that's not playing very well. They're not playing well. They have no identity under this new manager that they have. They don't have. I think their only bright side is Jose Sa has played well in goal for him, but that. I've watched a couple of their matches. I lost his last one. I feel we're the better side. Yeah.
Yeah. Go on, carry on.
I felt we were the better side. I've felt we were the better side several matches already, though, too. And we give up too many points. We give up too many points to teams to games that we should put away. This last match could have been one where we win 3 or 4 goals, and that's just a big momentum boost to the players, and they just need to feel that. They need to feel an easy win, and we haven't had that in years.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, Wolves, right, have the most shots on target in the Premier League against Leicester. They had something like 30 shots against Leicester in one game. But just could not score goals. This guy, Bruno Lage, plays attacking football.
Yes.
Nuno have not been doing. Yeah. So Wolves, once the Wolves click under this manager, I think Wolves will click. Yeah. They play theatre back. Trincao looks a fantastic wing back. He really does. On loan from Barcelona. Ruben Neves is quality. I think anyone say he is absolutely quality. This guy, long shot specialist as well. And Adama Traore will play on the right hand side. I'll have to drop Richie for that game unless he's playing up the field, right? And then up front, you got Raul Jimenez as well. He's been banging them. Well, he's starting to get back to his best.
He did get his goal. Yeah, he got his goal last match. It was
scored a lovely goal on Sunday, didn't he?
Yes.
He's got a lovely, lovely goal on Sunday. What a player he is. The guy's 29, and I just think he'll get back to his feet. He'll be a top player. I really do. Yeah. But we'll be lucky to get a draw on Saturday, in my opinion. And I was going to say, what if his score's going to be on Saturday? Man U. What's your prediction?
I think we can keep the momentum from the performance we had last match. I can see a in that 2-2 range, 2-2 draw would be what I project. I don't think we can withstand the barrage of 30 shots that they give the Leicester. But maybe we can have, I think that the formation we played in the last game allowed us to have more possession in the midfield. And if we can do that, if we can have more midfield possession and control the game a little bit more, we can. We just got to finish. We just got to finish our chances, and we haven't done that yet this year on a consistent level, and it's killed us. I think we can.
Exactly. Totally agree. Yeah. Totally agree. We need to take our chances. We're bad missing Callum Wilson, by the way. For me, I think you're going to lose. Yes. We're going to lose by 2-1. We will score, but I think we're going to lose 2-1. I think we go ahead and then we'll also come back from a win, I hate to say. So I hope I'm wrong. I've got Malcolm as well. The same journals. He slated Steve Bruce doing a good job. 28 for 95. I think, Steve, this might be 23 wins from 83, by the way, Malcolm. I could be wrong. The same one, Slayton Jose, from his 44 from 86 for Spurs, and Jose got sacked. I think that's a mistake. They should never sack Jose, by the way. No way. But yes, I'll go talk about that quickly, right, before I close the show. Basically, all these pundits, right? I don't know if you listen to Talk Sport back home. In your way, do you listen to Talk Sport?
We don't get much. I don't get to watch it much or listen much. I listen to. We get some of it a little bit on Sirius XM on the satellite radio, so I do get to hear sometimes, but not very much. It's a subscription we have to pay for extra here.
Right. I see what you mean. That's strange. Talk Sport in this country on the radio, right? And my God, all these pundits, right? Like Chris Sutton, Ray Parler, Jerry O'Hara used to play for Spurs, Gary Abongahor used to play for Villa, right? All these pundits are coming out and saying how wonderful a job Steve Bruce is doing, right? But they haven't done their research. They haven't checked his record, right? Like our fans have, right? One of these days, one fan's going to go on there and basically he's going to go on there and just tell them the truth about his record, right? In the Premier League, right? Oh, Newcastle's record, by the way. And I tell you what, it is one of the worst, absolutely the worst. And let's be real, right? They need to open their eyes, start wake up, start getting their mouth shut, and actually speak the truth. Because at the end of the day, if you antagonize our fans, we will become a good one. Let's be real. And I've got to say that right now. But I got a couple of messages here today. 2-0 to Wolves, and Bruce will be hit to 12 carries, so we have at least one for the Chirag boot. Evening to Tom, evening to your mates, LP okay. Talksport should be a torture device for
Oh, yes.
Oh, dear. You know what? I think I'm going to leave it as that.
That's an exclamation point.
Exactly. Judy closes the show first. Judy always ends up sending out a brilliant, brilliant message. Absolutely amazing. Big up to Judy. She's always lovely, and I'm always kind to her, and she is fantastic. Listen, I'm going to close the show. We've been over for just an hour, yeah? And obviously, you're a busy guy. And I was just going to tell you what else we've got on the show. I'm going to try and get a Wolves fan on Thursday to talk about the preview. I'm going to do the fans forum on tomorrow night, if I can get enough people to come on. And also on Friday, I'm going to do the press conference reaction, see what Steve Bruce have to say. I do it every Friday around 7:30 time, so I'll do it at 7 o'clock. And on Saturday, I'm going to do a watch-along from 2:15. So we'll build up. If I can get an interview from Bruce, cool. If not, it'll be straight to the watch-along. My guy, Paul, joins us as well, but he's going to Wolves on Saturday, so I'll be on my own. And but I just love doing watch along. Got a couple of comments from Judy as well. Big up to you, Judy, making a cut. Oh no, it's love you, John, Mike, for being awesome. So she's saying thanks to you.
Thank
and
you.
Good GL to the boys on Saturday. Good luck to the boys on Saturday. Judy, love you too. Love you too. And Mike, did you enjoy it on the show, mate?
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm a little nervous. I've never been on a live show like this, but it's fun to get to, like I said in the messages, it's fun to get to talk about Newcastle football, because it's not something that anywhere else I go around here I get to have any decent conversations with. People ask, "Oh, well, how's that takeover?" I'm like, I don't want to talk about the takeover. That's all we're known for right now. It's
brilliant. If I do get takeover, Fish get takeover officially, finally, I should be doing a video call, and it will be live, so you can come on and you can celebrate with us and have your ass here. And also, I'll do a watch along call-in after the game, right? Yeah. So if you do watch the game, right, and you want to come on and have your say for 5 minutes or so, or 10 minutes or so, then you can come on and have your say. I'll send you the link and just come on air and you can have your say. And do you fancy doing that? Coming on if you're awake, that is.
Oh, I can do that. I can do that. I watch all the games, so I'll pop on Saturday.
Yeah, I'll send you the link, and on Saturday, and and there's I don't know if you listen, right? We got a last call now. I'll tell you in a minute, right? Good, thanks, Malcolm, by the way. Good, great show, John. Mike, and every time there's 3 words I say right on there until you get beat. 3 words I'm not going to say on there because my girl Danielle's in the house. Fanny in court tomorrow. Let's hope we win the day, Danielle. I really do. The club, not me. Danielle, I wouldn't fool you as that bad. Daniel's one of my favourites on here, sort of thing. I'm not allowed to say the 3 words, sort of thing. You might have seen it on chat, sort of thing, in the past. I'm banned. And it says, Danielle as well. Judy, what you done this time, Danielle? No comment from Jason. But you know what? I've gone through the show without saying the 3 words, and I'm made. So I can't say Daniel's watching, but she's lovely. But listen, thanks for coming on, right? And definitely chat to you again soon. But don't go away, right? So I'm going to tell you what we've got. I'll be back on Fans Forum tomorrow night. Then I've got to try and go Wolves fan on Thursday, and then press conversation on Friday. Saturday, watch along and a video calling as well. And also the 2 of you, Paul has got his show 8:30 on his Fans Forum as well. Please check it out for that. This guy is absolutely lit. His channel's lit. He's got over 3,000 subscribers. So big up to my guy. And 2 more comes for this. Don't say it, John. I only say it if you go behind, because he keeps saying we've got to do this and do that sort of thing. I'm not going to say it in full. And it's all them TVs you kept throwing out the window. Hit Booze with 1 and he's suing you. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. I hope Daniel sorts on that, by the way. Listen, guys, thanks for coming on. Thanks, Dan. Would love that. Thank you. And thanks for coming on, guys. Thanks for coming on, Mike. You have a fantastic evening from the States. And tell you the States mates to subscribe to my channel as well. That'd be absolutely amazing. And thanks so much for coming on, my guy.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You take care, man. See you later. Yeah.